Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. As always, guys, before we get started, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Now, guys, you're definitely going to want to stay to the end of this episode because I got some crazy Bitcoin and crypto news, some crazy geopolitical and some crazy finance news. So you're definitely going to want to stay to the end of this episode unless, of course, you have the attention span of a moth, which you guys do not because you guys are smart. Also, too, guys, if you could do me a huge favor, could you give Around the Blockchain a follow? Guys, I was on the show last week. I came up a little short. I didn't win it, but I assure you guys, next time I'm on it, I'm going to win that thing. So let's get into it, guys. Headline news, Forbes. Bitcoin drops to lowest level since June amid wider crypto sell-off. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and look at some of the damage. Bitcoin sitting at 26,000. Ethereum sitting at just a little over 1,600. So, guys, what's going to happen next? Could we go lower? What's going to happen? Is this the bottom? Is the bottom in? Where are we going from here, guys? I honestly have no idea. And frankly, anybody on YouTube or any financial analyst that's telling you they know where these markets are going, they have no idea. But what we're going to focus on this channel is looking at the facts. We're going to focus on looking at the stuff that perhaps the financial elite don't want us seeing. Let me explain. Let's start with the first story. So check this out, guys. A mysterious whale acquires $3 billion worth of Bitcoin in 3 months. So, guys, we can see on-chain data that a whale bought $3 billion of Bitcoin in the last 3 months. So there's a lot of speculation. Well, who was this buyer? I mean, we can see the data on-chain that this actually happened. So someone bought the dip with a lot of money. There's speculation that it was BlackRock through Coinbase. That I do not know. But we are also seeing reports that perhaps it was Vanguard. That Vanguard, BlackRock is partnered with Coinbase, and now they're saying that Vanguard is partnered with Robinhood as the custodial for their Bitcoin. You guys know these Bitcoin ETFs are right around the corner. So kind of block out this fake news and all this mainstream media attacks on Bitcoin and crypto because the big power brokers are actually buying these assets behind the scenes. They just don't want you to buy it. Now, we're not out of the woods yet by any means, because check out this story, guys. This is something we've covered extensively. CNBC, Fed Chair Powell calls inflation too high and warns that we are prepared to raise rates further. Guys, the speech resembled remarks Powell made last year at Jackson Hole, during which he warned that some pain was likely as the Fed continues its efforts to pull runaway inflation back to its 2% goal. So, guys, we're seeing the Fed and Jerome Powell raise interest rates to a level that we haven't seen in like 22 years. And they're telling you they're going to keep raising it in an effort to reduce inflation down to a goal of 2%, which I've told you in this channel, basically since I started this channel, that they'll never get inflation down to 2%. And raising interest rates, not only is it not going to get inflation down, you're just going to crush the real estate market. And then by crushing the real estate market, it's going to spill over into everything else. Allow me to demonstrate. Check out this chart, guys. Guys, this is a chart buying versus renting. So this is the monthly cost to buy, the average monthly cost to buy a house. It's all the way up to $2,748. Now, this is the monthly apartment rent. So it is actually cheaper right now to rent than it is to buy. Now, why is this data important? Well, because we can look back to the housing bubble of 2006. You guys all know what happened in 08. So, and what happened in 2006. So this situation we're in is actually worse than 2008. And why is this happening? Well, this is why. Because most homeowners, even though their houses have maybe even hyper appreciated, they're locked in at 2% to 4% interest rates. They don't want to sell their house, even if they make a profit, because they don't want to have to take on a 7 to 8%, and it could possibly go on to 10% interest rate. This is creating a stalemate in this housing sector. So you're just seeing nothing happen. Mortgage applications are at the lowest they've ever been. So you got to pay attention to this stuff, because if you don't think the real estate market has any correlation into stocks or crypto, you're absolutely crazy, guys. Real estate makes this country go round. So we got to pay attention to this, and I don't know what's going to happen. Now, I will say this. You guys know I'm super hard on Trump on this channel. I'm super hard on the Orange Man. The Orange Man did say that if he is elected, that Jerome Powell's out of there, which, frankly, needs to happen at this point. So we'll pay attention to that, guys. we'll pay attention to real estate. As you guys know, I am a real estate investor. I'm always looking at opportunity to make money, especially in real estate. And I think that over the next 5 to 10 years is going to be a very, very historic time to be invested in real estate. So I understand you're worried about the interest rates. I don't care about the interest rates because eventually they're going to have to bring them back down, or they're just going to destroy the economy. And if they bring the interest rates back down, you could just refinance your house. But anyway, bigger story, bigger news. Bloomberg, BRICS to focus on reducing dollar reliance, South African deputy president says. The BRICS countries to dominate 50% of the global economy by 2050. So guys, so the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. So I know what you guys are thinking. Why are they ditching our currency? Why are they moving away from this Western hegemony? Why are they moving away from this Western imperial rule? Well, because for one, they're tired of the United States being a bully. They're tired of them having to settle in the U.S. dollar while we are rapidly inflating our currency and destroying our currency. So they don't want to transact in a currency that's being devalued. Can you blame them, guys? Now, look, let me show you guys something. These guys aren't necessarily good. So while I'm saying that they're splitting from the United States dominance, while they're creating their own central bank currency, while they're creating their own world reserve currency, while they're creating their own gold-backed currency, that doesn't mean they're the good guys. These are the bad guys too, but it's just a situation where perhaps we have multiple bad guys. So what we're seeing happen, it is really unprecedented, and I don't know how long it's going to take till they're fully removed from the dollar standard. That I don't know. What I do know is that luckily for us, we have a life raft to safety, and that's Bitcoin. That's the only thing we have, guys. It's the only thing we have. The dollar essentially is done. At the rate it's going, what is our Fed going to do to get us out of the situation we're in? We are spending way more money as a country than we are taking in. So what can they do besides print money? Once they print money, they're going to devalue the currency even more. So that's why the smart investors, the big players, what do? They know the currency is being devalued. They buy assets. Now, guys, this ain't financial advice. I'm not telling you what assets to buy. Some investors are buying gold and silver right now. They think it's a historic moment to buy gold and silver. They think that the price of that's going to hyper appreciate. Some are buying real estate. Some are buying Bitcoin and crypto. Make your own financial decisions. But the point is, guys, I'm just showing you that this stuff is happening and that we've covered this extensively on this channel so that you know that it's happening and that we can prepare for it. Because frankly, guys, nobody's coming to save you. Not the Republicans, not the Democrats. Now, guys, I did watch The Orange Man was on Tucker Carlson. It got 260 million views. I did not watch the clown show that was the GOP debate. Didn't watch it. From what I hear, I didn't miss anything. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything. I did watch The Orange Man on Tucker, and frankly, I was really disappointed because we're in a serious economic situation right now, and nothing came up of Bitcoin. Nothing came up of cryptocurrencies. Nothing came up of the innovation of digital assets. Nothing came up about the tyranny of central bank digital currencies. Kind of disappointing to me. But what do we expect, guys? Nobody's coming to save us. Not the Republicans, not the Democrats. They're not coming to save us, guys, because I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, guys. I've lost a lot of faith. I've lost a lot of faith in the system. I absolutely love this country. I love capitalism. I love free markets. I love small businesses. I love wealth creation. But unfortunately, guys, the political elite that run the world, they don't care. They simply don't care. So I didn't watch the clown show debate. At this point, guys, I think it's all pretty, whatever's going to happen is going to happen, and we're just along for the ride. Now, more disturbing news. Check this out. CNBC, the Biden administration unveils new crypto tax reporting rules. That's right, guys. So the IRS proposes new crypto tax rules. So what does that tell me? That tells me that the Fed knows the Bitcoin halving is coming, that a monumental crypto run is coming, and that a lot of you, if you made it this far in the video, probably going to be you, are going to make a lot of money in crypto. Now, guys, I advocate following the law. I advocate complying with the IRS. I advocate don't listen to me. Go get a CPA. Get your house in order, guys, because if we create generational wealth through digital assets, we need to do it the legal way. Do we understand that? Do we understand that? That we're not going to run from the IRS. We're not going to run. So while I'm not a fan of taxes, I'm against all taxes, but we are a nation of laws. So the fact that the IRS is putting this out, the fact that the Biden administration is putting this out, tells me that something's coming. If these assets were going to zero, they wouldn't be talking about new tax proposals and ways to tax cryptocurrencies if everybody was going to lose all their money. Right? Just speculation. Now, check this out, guys. So, crypto community reacts to Biden's proposed crypto tax reporting rules. This guy, Ryan Selka, said there's no future for crypto in the U.S. if Biden is reelected. I'm sorry. Move abroad, draft Newsom and hope for the best, or vote GOP, where at least we know the top three candidates are less terrible on this issue. Crypto has always been political. What do you guys think? I mean, it's no secret the Biden administration is absolutely attacking and going after crypto. Me personally, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know who to trust at this point. I just know that if our leaders are not pro-digital assets, essentially what that means is they are against private property rights because, you know, the SEC has come out and said Bitcoin's a commodity. So if Bitcoin's a commodity, it is property. We have property rights in this country. They cannot take these assets. The United States government, think about this, guys. The United States government, and not just the United States government, the Russian government, the Chinese government, they hold a ton of not just Bitcoin, a bunch of other cryptocurrencies through different ways. You know, they've seized assets, and they keep the Bitcoin crypto when they seize assets from, you know, tax cheats and criminals. So you guys think if they hold millions of dollars of Bitcoin, you guys think they want it to go to zero? Think about that. Think about that. So they're kind of in a peculiar spot because if they're holding millions of this asset, they don't want it to go to zero. So what's going to happen? I really don't know. I really don't know. But here's a clue. Here's a clue. It's the last story I'm going to leave you guys with. Yahoo Finance. OnlyFans owner collects $485 million in dividends as firm invests profits into Ethereum. So the owner of OnlyFans, and guys, I am not pro OnlyFans. I think it's a terrible website. I think it's terrible for society. I'm just going to put that out there. But the fact that this guy is putting $485 million into Ethereum, why is that important? Well, we covered on last episode that the SEC and the Fed is greenlighting Ethereum's futures ETF. That means that Ethereum is essentially lagging behind Bitcoin in regulatory clarity, where Bitcoin kind of has the green light because they can't stop it. They know they can't stop it. So, and plus all the elite own it. They don't want it to go to zero. Plus they can't make it go to zero even if they wanted to. But now we're seeing Ethereum right behind that get regulatory clarity because we're still waiting on the spot ETF. The futures ETF comes first, then the spot ETF. So just something to pay attention to, guys. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for this episode, man. I hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend. If you made it this far in the video, drop me a 100 emoji in the comments. Anyway, y'all, I'm out. Peace.